Hello and welcome to this motivational video about becoming a millionaire as a teenager. If you've arrived here, it means you're already concerned about your financial future, which is a great place to start. In this video, we will look at 8 crucial financial tips that can help you build wealth and achieve your objectives. Tip number 1. Create a budget. A budget is simply a financial plan. By making a budget, you can see exactly where your money is going and ensure that it is being spent in a way that is consistent with your goals. Begin by listing all of your expenses, such as rent, food, and entertainment. Then, compare your expenses to your income to see where you can cut back. This can help you free up funds for saving or investing. Now, let me tell you a story about Lily. She wanted to save money for a trip to Hawaii, but she always struggled to make ends meet. So, she created a budget. She listed her income sources and expenses, identified areas where she could cut back, and set a target amount to save each month. With discipline and planning, Lily was able to save more and more each month. Eventually, she was able to take her dream vacation to Hawaii. The moral of Lily's story is that creating a budget is a simple yet powerful tool for taking control of your finances and achieving your financial goals. You can start making progress towards your saving goals and eventually achieve financial stability by tracking your income and expenses, identifying areas where you can cut back, and setting realistic targets. Anything is possible with discipline and planning. Tip number 2. Save early and often. The significance of compound interest cannot be overstated. You can take advantage of compound interest and grow your wealth over time by saving early and often. Even small sums of money can accumulate over time, so begin saving as soon as possible. You can begin with as little as setting aside a portion of your weekly allowance. Imagine you are a young professional named Alex who has just landed your first job out of college. You're excited about your new job, but you are also a little nervous about all of the new responsibilities that come with it. You know you should start saving money for the future, but you're not sure where to begin. You attend a financial planning seminar one day and meet Sarah, a financial advisor. Sarah advises you to start saving early and often if you want to build wealth. She explains how small amounts of money saved consistently over time can add up to a sizable nest egg. Sarah uses the story of 2 friends, Rachel and Ben, to demonstrate this point. Rachel begins saving $100 per month at the age of 25 and continues to do so for the next 10 years, totaling $12,000. Ben, on the other hand, waits until the age of 35 to begin saving and saves $100 per month for 30 years, totaling $36,000. Ben ends up with less money despite having saved 3 times as much as Rachel. Rachel's $12,000 grows to over $160,000 thanks to the power of compound interest, while Ben's $36,000 grows to just over $137,000. Sarah advises you to begin saving as soon as possible, even if it is only a small amount per month. She recommends that you set up an automatic savings plan in which a portion of your paycheck is deposited into a savings account automatically each month. You won't even have to think about saving this way. It will happen automatically. Saving early and frequently, even in small amounts, can have a big impact on your long-term financial independence. Compound interest can work in your favor if you begin saving early and maintain discipline in your saving habits. Tip number 3. Invest in yourself. Investing in yourself is one of the best investments you can make. This could imply obtaining a good education, learning new skills, or launching a business. You can increase your earning potential and lay a solid financial foundation by investing in yourself. Consider this. When you buy a stock or a piece of real estate, you are putting money into something with the expectation of receiving a return on your investment. You are hoping that your money will grow and become more valuable to you in the future. The same logic applies to investing in yourself. By investing in yourself, you are putting your time, energy, and resources into something with the expectation of a return. You hope that by bettering yourself, you will be able to accomplish more, be happier, and live a more fulfilling life. I understand how tempting it is to spend your money on things like a new car or a luxurious vacation, and don't get me wrong, those things can be fantastic. However, they are only temporary. They provide a brief rush but don't add much to your life in the long run. Investing in yourself, on the other hand, is akin to planting a seed that will eventually grow into a tree. It may take a little longer to see the results, but the benefits are far greater. When you invest in yourself, you are developing skills, knowledge, and experiences that will serve you for many years. Tip number 4. Diversify your portfolio. It is critical to diversify your portfolio when investing. This entails investing in a wide range of assets, including stocks, bonds, and real estate. You can reduce your risk and increase your chances of long-term success by diversifying. Assume you're a pizza enthusiast who decides to put all of your money into a pizza company. You think to yourself, pizza is always in demand, and I love pizza, so this is a no-brainer. But then tragedy strikes. A new diet trend takes hold and everyone is suddenly avoiding carbs and cheese. When the pizza company's sales fall, so does your investment. Meanwhile, a new trend is emerging: plant-based meat substitutes. Another investor broadened their portfolio by investing in a company that manufactures these products. Their investment increased dramatically as demand for plant-based meat increased. The lesson here is clear. Putting all of your eggs in one basket is a huge risk. You spread your risk and increase your chances of success by diversifying your portfolio and investing in a variety of companies and industries. Diversification can also help you capitalize on changing market conditions. When the stock market is down, real estate or commodities may perform well. By diversifying your portfolio, you can weather market ups and downs and potentially see better long-term returns. Tip number 5. Think long-term. When it comes to accumulating wealth, it is critical to consider the long term. This entails setting long-term goals and working toward them on a consistent basis. It also entails avoiding get-rich-quick schemes and focusing on long-term, sustainable strategies. Let's say you're a fan of gardening. You plant the seed and eagerly watch it grow, but as time passes, you become impatient and begin tugging at the plant to force it to grow faster. Unfortunately, the plant eventually wilts and dies. The same holds true for your finances. If you're constantly making short-term, impulsive decisions without considering the long-term, you may end up jeopardizing your financial future. For example, assume you receive a large sum of money unexpectedly and instead of investing it wisely for the long term, you spend it all on luxury vacation and expensive gadgets. Sure, you might be having a good time right now, but what about your financial security in the long run? On the other hand, if you take a long-term approach and invest your money in a diverse portfolio, you will almost certainly see much higher returns over time. It may not be as exciting as a luxury vacation, but it will provide you with a much more secure financial future. So, just as a garden requires time and patience to grow and flourish, your finances require a long-term, deliberate approach to thrive. Tip number 6. Stay disciplined. It takes discipline to accumulate wealth. It entails sticking to your budget, remaining focused on your goals, and resisting the urge to make rash purchases. You can develop good financial habits that will serve you well for the rest of your life if you remain disciplined. Make the assumption that you're on a diet and trying to avoid sweets. You're walking down the street one day when you smell freshly baked chocolate chip cookies. Your mouth begins to water, and before you know it, you've purchased an entire box and eaten them all. The same holds true for your finances. You may end up sabotaging your financial goals if you're not disciplined and give in to every temptation that comes your way. Let's say you're attempting to save for a down payment on a house, but every time you see a sale or a new gadget, you end up splurging and spending money you should be saving. It may be enjoyable at the moment, but it will not bring you any closer to your financial objectives. On the other hand, if you maintain your discipline and stick to your financial plan, you'll be much more likely to reach your long-term goals. It may not be as exciting as instant gratification, but the satisfaction of accomplishing your financial objectives will be well worth it. So, just as a dieter requires discipline to resist temptation, you must exercise discipline to stay on track with your financial objectives. It's not always easy, but it is necessary if you want long-term financial success. Tip number 7. Seek out advice. It is always a good idea to seek advice from people with experience in the areas of interest. This could include speaking with a financial advisor, reading investing books, or seeking out mentors in your field. You can avoid costly mistakes and accelerate your progress toward your goals by learning from others. Imagine you're trying to build a sandcastle, but instead of seeking advice from the expert next to you, you decide to wing it and hope for the best. You begin by piling sand, smoothing it out, and adding water. When you step back, however, you realize that your sandcastle looks more like a pile of sand than an actual castle. Frustrated, you start over, but this time you ask the expert builder for advice. She demonstrates how to pack the sand tightly, how to make different shapes, and how to make turrets with a bucket. You will soon have a magnificent sandcastle that will make everyone on the beach jealous. The same is true for our financial requirements. We can try to manage our finances on our own, but without the right advice, we may end up with a mountain of debt rather than a solid financial foundation. Seeking financial advice can help us understand how to budget our money, save for emergencies and future expenses, and invest wisely. We can create a plan to achieve our financial goals, whether they are to pay off student loans, buy a house, or save for retirement, with the right advice. Tip number 8. Stay motivated. Building wealth is a long-term endeavor, and it is easy to become discouraged along the way. That is why it is critical to stay motivated and focused on the goal. Surround yourself with encouraging people. Celebrate your accomplishments along the way and keep reminding yourself why you're doing what you're doing. Consider yourself a surfer catching waves on a beautiful beach. The sun is shining, the water is warm, and the waves are perfect. You ride the waves, feeling alive and free. But then you lose focus and motivation and you stop paddling. The next wave slams into you, throwing you into the water, tumbling and struggling to catch your breath. This is similar to our financial lives. We can ride the waves of success and enjoy the fruits of our labor when we are motivated and focused. However, if we lose our motivation, we can quickly find ourselves in financial difficulties, struggling to stay afloat. We must stay motivated to achieve our financial goals, just as a surfer must keep paddling to catch waves. To make our money work for us, we must continue to learn, grow, and take action. We must remain motivated and committed to our financial well-being, whether we are investing in the stock market, starting a side hustle, or simply saving more money each month. So, the next time you feel unmotivated or lost about your finances, remember the surfer on the beach. Continue to paddle, remain focused, and ride the waves of financial success. Your future self will be grateful. Building wealth is not easy, but it is well worth the effort. By following these suggestions, remaining focused on your objectives, right mindset and commitment to your goals, you can set yourself up for a lifetime of financial success and live the life you've always dreamed of. That's all there is to it, folks. 8 essential financial tips to help you become a millionaire as a teenager. With these tips in your toolbox, you will be well on your way to becoming a millionaire. Thank you for taking the chance to spend time with us, and we hope to see you again soon.